Clowns, huh? Whoa!
Clowns are the funniest guys among men.
Who can be funnier than clowns?
It doesn't matter, you are wrong. So, alright. Where do clowns originate from, huh? Through ancient history, there have always been men and women who've had the ability to make others laugh.
Sadly, in ancient times, only records of great deeds and momentous decisions were recorded and passed down. The doings of everyday folk were lost in time.
However, ancient clowns did exist, and they were just as important as they are right now.
Oh my god. Clowns have been the peak of humor for over 5,000 years. And I've just been wondering, why do I get such a big boner for humor every time I see a clown? Maybe science will tell me.
We have been researching clowns for 40 years, and we have discovered that clowns have 4 distinct attributes to their humor. Stop the video. Silly.
Makeup.
Exaggeration.
Accompaniment. Let's take a deep dive into these clowns and see what makes them tick. Let me tell you about these aspects.
Clowns have the power of silly. Silly can mean any kind of goofy behavior, like jumping. For example, have you ever seen maybe a clown has a cream pie?
Yes!
What happens to it?
He slubs that sleep pie right in the faces of innocent people.
Yes. This is called a comedy. You see, a normal businessman would just not do this. Businessmen wear suits.
They do not have this ability. They create stock market and business revenue. Clowns can express their silly in many ways. I peed a little.
The most popular form of this is slapstick. This is when a clown will hurt itself or others for the value of comedy, usually with a funny object.
Cream pie!
We will keep this in mind going forward. Makeup is less abstract than silly.
Clowns cannot express emotions the same way humans can, so they must improvise.
A clown will use paint to paint their face into a funny expression or an expression that is funny. Maybe it will be a sad clown with a sad joke.
Or maybe there would be an excited clown with a purpose. A clown's face makeup can tell you a lot about their joke.
For example, that it is funny. This is a very important aspect of clowns. Exaggeration is the tool of a clown. They're like a cartoon people. They can do something that is maybe normal for a regular person, but they will do it in a crazy way. For example, this is a human activity, but how can we make it in maybe a funny way that a clown would do?
I'm doing my taxes!
Clowns can make any action hilarious with this power.
Accompaniment next. Wow. Clowns come in fat packs. While there can be some lone wolf clowns, most clowns, they're in organizations. This gets deeper.
Sometimes they travel with other clowns, and this is called a bushel of clowns. And sometimes they travel in a traveling ecosystem called a circus. They live alongside sword swallowers and elephants. That is straight up correct.
These are the 4 aspects of clowns. If you think otherwise, burn. So you may be asking, guys, this is just the funniest guys. This is just giggling.
But we tell you now that science has improvements, and the psychology of brain, nope, laughing, nope, humor.
We know how to create humor in the mind of humans. Let's see what science says is funny.
Jokes are processed through the brain in these specific parts. The frontal lobe is used to recognize the joke, and that determines whether or not you get it.
Basically, this thing is like a wall, like a gatekeeper. You must pleasure and please him if you wish to pass through.
Humor is based on the breaking of expectations, so perhaps clowns could accommodate this by transmogrifying into metaphysical beings. Perhaps one clown could transform into a 2D plane and spin like a card. The guard will not expect this. He will not see it coming, and he will think, "Haha, I did not see this coming. You may pass through."
You giggle, kid.
Now, what can we do about that makeup to make it real funny?
Not a lot of people know this, but the makeup is actually their skin, so you can't rip it off. Clowns are born with colorful patterns and shapes and colors all over their body, so we cannot paint over it.
Maybe we can give them plastic surgery to make them funnier. We have done research and seen that the funniest shape is known as the bulbous. Bulbous is a funny shape for many reasons, but mostly it has a good name. We have put them in the shape of a bulbous, which looks like this.
Now let's exaggerate those features even more. And let's accompany these clowns with even more clown comrades. Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
So now we've got our scientifically perfect clown image. But I think you guys know where we're going with this one right now.
I think we should take a more straightforward approach to making people laugh.
We must find a way for clowns to directly stimulate the brains of the victims. Victims of good fun, that is. We could possibly send some sort of brainwave into them to disrupt their brain and release dopamine and other chemicals. Or possibly we could stick some sort of physical object into their brains that will administer an electric shock and trigger those chemicals and release that good old dopamine, get them to good old chuckle. Let's test it out.
I love that. I am experienced humor just like no human has ever before.
Thank you for watching our video.
I think that you are thankful.
The clown will put drugs in your body in order for you to feel funny feeling. This is the most effective way for clowns to tell jokes.
Hey! Zippo, you got anything else to say before we sign it off?
Hey, Weird Al Yankovic. Seriously, please stop.